Will Brics really use XRP? In this video, we'll talk about that. I have a lot of great stuff to share with you. Some of it is fresh and important. Let's talk about it. Okay, here you go. Newsflash: Putin just stated that Brics will look into digital currencies. Let me play this. This is very important news. Brics just announced a cryptocurrency payment system based on the blockchain that might be best in class to the US dollar. Representatives from Brics said that the new system could make a world where deals are quick, safe, and not affected by politics. The payment system wants to work well with businesses, organizations, governments, and even people. What do you guys think? Okay, let's keep going. This one came from Black Swan Capitalist as well. Just now, Russia sent the EU $40 billion bucks. Let me explain what's going on. The EU stole another amount of Russian money. I think it was around $40 billion, and they are now giving it to Ukraine too. Was that cash stuck in a bank account? Yes. Yes, money taken. At the Brics meeting, Putin and Xi are making fun of them because Brics is doing better than the G7. And soon Brics will have its own standard for sending money between banks and a uniform way to measure wealth. In this business, places like Africa and South America are really growing. I think you're seeing a lot of businesses leave places like China because of the rules they had about the sea. They are moving to places like Africa to build the facilities they need. Also, this is about Russia, and you know what happened in Ukraine. And what happened was that the US and its allies decided to freeze all of Russia's money that was in bank accounts in countries that were part of. Other countries like China are now thinking, hey, if I do something that the US or its allies don't like, they can freeze my money too. Because of this, they are pushing for this new way to pay that will use cryptocurrencies. And I do believe that coin will be XRP. Let me play this too. This comes from Smoke. Brics Pay and the tech behind Ripple. Standard Chartered works with Ripple and is integrated with Brics Pay. It is an active member of Ripple's network and connects the Brics payment environment to Ripple's blockchain technology. Standard Chartered made it possible for customers to pay in Brics countries by connecting to Brics Pay. This made customers less reliant on standard banking systems. Standard Chartered is also working with Ripple's blockchain-based cross-border payment options at the same time. Standard Chartered can set up Brics Pay to use XRP as a bridge currency between Brics countries so that it can connect to Ripple's blockchain for foreign transactions. As for XRP, it would fit right in with Brics. I've already said that these nations don't trust each other completely. This means that XRP can be used to build trust between China and Russia, India, and China, and other places. It also offers liquidity on occasion. Imagine that XRP was locked up in a huge pool of cash between the Brics countries. Okay, pay attention. I also really enjoy Texas Hold'em poker. I won. Okay. I got about $1,400. Enjoying a lot. The guy was sitting next to me. In fact, he's also in crypto. We talked about XRP, Sui, and a bunch of other cryptocurrencies. It's a lot of them. The more people I talk to here in Hawaii who own crypto and are in crypto, the more I notice it. It's becoming more and more clear to me. And I want to know if you have these kinds of talks with your friends and new people you meet. Let me know when you'd like to play cards. Yes, I'm definitely in. Brics is going to start using digital money. This is Putin in power. Let me play this. We want to start a conversation about how digital currencies can be used to help Brics member states, the group, and other developing and emerging economies with their business plans. That looks good, and we're going to make a set of tools that will be overseen by each of the Brics institutions. So it's clear that he's building something or that they're interested in Bitcoin. Guys, I know this post is old. This is how the new Brics Pay system can work. If you're new to the place, you may not have seen it yet. You can think of it this way. You can see that there will be more than one version, but this is how it's meant to work. This like card comes with a 500-point QR code. I have no idea what that is. Could you tell me what that money is? I'm not sure, but look at how fast this is. You start to think, hey, they're not using Bitcoin to do that very quickly. Okay, also guys, pay attention, the Brics Alliance is getting bigger. Okay, in the background you can see the US dollar being burned. I'm from the United States, so maybe my thoughts have changed. I'm just pulling information from macro around the world that points to the us, right? You know about the 5 main Brics countries, right? South America, you know, like Brazil. Brazil is in South America, sorry, the real isn't really used for trade around the world. Most of the yuan, or 90% of it, stays in China. So it's not used for trade around the world. There is a lot of falling money in Russia right now. The rate at their central bank right now is about 21%. In Russia, if you want to get a home loan, you have to pay about 25% to 30% of the loan amount. You could picture that payment, right? A loan for a car, a loan for school, everything. That's how high it is because of everything going on. Russia's inflation is going through the roof. That's why I don't think the ruble will be used as money anywhere else. The South African rand is the last thing, right? That's not used for business either. Since all of these countries use the US dollar for trade, I think that will stay the case for the next few decades. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I mean, I might be wrong, but that's how I see it. So you'll have to wait for Good Morning Crypto to break Ripple's links to BricsPay, a new global payment tool. BricsPay is a way to pay for things online, being worked on by South Africa, Russia, India, China, and Brazil as members. We just talked about their money and how it is used around the world. BricsPay wants to make digital transfers possible for an extra 3 billion people in the BRICS countries, and more countries are being added all the time. It was bad for SBI, HSBC, Africa, which is in Africa, MFS Africa, and Banco Brazil because of Ripple connections. There are links between them, and this is a really cool picture. Oh, Ripple has all these connections, I thought when I saw this for the first time. But you have to look more closely. They list all of these banks, and then you can see which ones Ripple's works with, right? You can see SPY, Banco Brasilia, HSBC, M-Pesa, and MSF Africa over there. Of course, this list keeps getting longer every day. You also have a paper from Russia that talks about how they use and test XRP. Since XRP is not controlled by any one group, I believe Russia could use it without any problems. The US could not stop them. I mean, Ripple as a business probably can't work with Russia right now. I think Russia might come back to the table if there is a deal that ends all of this chaos. They can either start using the SWIFT system again or start using crypto. The BRICS countries are saying that they don't want to use the SWIFT system because they don't want to face US sanctions again. This is because the US sanctions mean that you can't use the SWIFT system to move money. First, they're making a payment system that would work instead of SWIFT. This is really interesting, but how can you do that when 5 big countries each have their own currency? One way they might be doing that is by using cryptocurrency. This would turn all of their different currencies into a single cryptocurrency that can be used throughout the system, which they will probably change when it gets to their country and back into their own language. What did he just tell you? Did you catch it? Like, heard it? Guys, let me explain it a little more because it's important, right? Pay close attention to what he just said. If they used cryptocurrency to do that, their currencies would be changed into a shared cryptocurrency that is then used through the system and then, I guess, changed back into their own currency when it gets to their country. He does want to talk about XRP, is that right? He's talking about a bridge asset. I think he means going from the yuan to a bridge asset and then to a ruble or something else. What he did was just describe XRP without saying it. He said that they would get out from under dollar control, which would mean that the US would no longer be able to impose these sanctions. That's right, because first of all, they're all building alternative payment systems. The other day, even Germany's foreign minister said that Europe needs a new way to pay for things. They might be able to do cryptocurrencies. I'm not saying by big, but this whole other system is being made right now. This isn't made up, but it could have a huge impact on the dollar very quickly. Pay attention. Yes, China is selling us bonds at a very high rate. I don't want to say it's scary, but it is high. But I think what you have or will have is stable coin control starting in 2025. That seems to be the first thing they work on. When that happens, stable coins and the way they are backed up will start to be worth more. You know they have funds to back them up, right? If you have a safe $100 bill, you can't keep one's $50 bills or $100 bills in a bank vault, right? It doesn't work that way. You will only have a stack of $100 bills. That's what will back it up. Okay, then Black Swamp says that it turns out XRP is connecting the BRICS nations project with mBridge with Ripple's interoperable protocols. Since XRP isn't biased against any political group, it's an even playing field for all economies to join, making it the next global digital reserve asset and a real store of value.